Good morning, students. So today we will continue the same chapter 2. Okay, and today we will talk about food chain and food web and other things. And this will be the last video for chapter 2. So let's continue. So in the previous video we talked about different things. We started actually reading about the biotic factors. In that we read about producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, and also decomposers. Alright. Now today we will talk about food chain. Alright, so what is that food chain? All forms of life which we have discussed above can be linked together to form a food chain. Now see this figure. All form of life, all forms, whatever we have talked about, whether they are producers, whether they are primary consumers, whether they are secondary consumers, or whether they are decomposers, so they can be linked together. They are connected with each other through a chain, and that is called a food chain. Now see the first one which we will talk about, that is producers. Okay, producers, grass. Then the primary consumer is the rabbit. Okay, secondary consumer, tiger. Alright, so plants, they are preparing their own food, that is grass. It is green, so it produces its own food, it manufactures its own food. Then the rabbit, it is totally dependent on their grass. Okay, their grass. Rabbit is a good example of grass eating animal, that is primary consumer. Then the next one is a tiger. Okay, a tiger is a secondary consumer, that is a carnivorous. Alright, now all of them, see in the previous video I have told you that plants after its death, okay, plants, what they are doing, it after its death it is decomposed. Rabbit after its death also it will be decomposed. Lion after its death also it will be decomposed. And after they are decomposed, the decomposers will act over them. It will change into simple material. Again it will be taken by through the arrow you can see, it will be taken through the from the soil, and the plants will use it, and again the same process will start. Is it clear? So this is called a food chain. Now let us try to understand what is a food web. There are many food chains in the environment. The linkages of these food chains together is called a food web. Alright, like this was the first example which we saw. It was a very simple example of a food chain, and there are so many such food chains there in the ecosystem, in the environment. And if we link them, actually we are not linking them, these are linked with each other, and the linkage of such food chains in the environment is called a food web. Now let us try to understand an ecosystem. An ecosystem is a community of interdependent organisms together with the environment in which they inhabit and with which they interact. In an ecosystem, we can understand how different organisms living in different environments are interrelated and interdependent on each other, as well as on the abiotic factors in the environment. So in an ecosystem, as you can see that there is whatever community is there. Okay, there may be plants, there may be primary consumers, there may be secondary consumers, there may be decomposers, and there are abiotic factors also, like air is there, water is there, the soil is there. Okay, so all of them are interdependent. That means they are dependent on each other. They are linked with each other. Alright, like if we talk about forest ecosystem or pond ecosystem or a desert ecosystem, Alright, so whatever factors are there, whether they are abiotic factors or whether they are biotic factors, they are dependent on each other. That is called interdependence. Okay. Many elements in different ecosystems are destroyed by human activities. Okay, you can understand the meaning of overexploitation. So whatever factors we are having, whether it is a biotic factor or whether it is a biotic factor, if we are using it more and more, then that is called overexploitation. So it will be affected. You know that today there is scarcity of water. Alright, during summer, now summer has come, during summer there is extreme shortage of water. Alright, why that shortage is there? It is because of over exploitation of that water. Alright, so we are using it water in such a way that the less amount of that water is left. That is called over exploitation. Petroleum. Alright, now that petroleum we are using more and more. Okay, the demand for petroleum is increasing day after day. So that is called over exploitation. Alright, and it causes what? Pollution. If we will use more of that petroleum, if we will use more of that water, if we will use more of that land, that soil, then it will cause pollution. You know that pollution, like soil pollution, water pollution, air pollution. So that is because of over exploitation of these resources. This results in the decay of an ecosystem. It also affects the biodiversity in that region. Okay, so other plants and animals which are there in that ecosystem, they also will be very badly affected. And the sad thing is there that no other organisms are responsible for that over exploitation. Only human being. We are actually responsible for the over exploitation of all the resources which are there. Each region has a particular type of vegetation, animals, insects, etc. Together they form the biodiversity of that region. There are many plants, insects, etc. which have valuable medical properties and are known to us. Hence, it will be foolish of us to destroy all these for our development. So it is very essential to conserve the biodiversity of all the region for our benefit as well as for the benefit of future generation. Thus, the conservation of biodiversity is essential in our interest and in the interest of our future generation. Okay, so the biodiversity, like there are so many different type of animals, there are so many different type of plants which are found there in an ecosystem, in the environment. Alright, and because of our foolishness, because of our greed, because of our need, we are over exploiting some of the resources, and it is affecting other organisms also. It is affecting the plants and animals which are found there in that region. I will give you an example, some example, like there are certain type of herbs which are found there in the Himalayan region. Alright, now we are playing with the environment, we are destroying that environment. Okay, we are destroying the ecosystem because of our greed. We are cutting the trees which are there. Okay, we are we are constructing roads over the Himalayan region. The population is increasing, the level of pollution is increasing. So it has affected the climatic condition, that is the abiotic factors of that Himalayan region, and because of that the herbs which were earlier growing there in that region, now it has stopped growing there, it has become extinct. Got? Some of the animals which were found there, now they have become extinct. So if we will not stop, alright, playing with this environment, then it will affect us very badly. Okay, so this chapter is over. I am sharing my WhatsApp number with you, and if you are having any queries and if you are not able to use the dashboard, in that case you can ask your queries through this WhatsApp number. But the timing for asking that query is between 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so note down the WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number is 8789075201. I'm again repeating 8789075201. Thank you.